begins now as we get set for what should be an incredible matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Roy Jones Jr., 160 pounds, 5'11" tall with a reach of 74. And his opponent, it's Conor, the Destroyer Benn, 72 kilos even. He stands 173 centimeters. It's Roy Jones Jr., one of the greatest of all time, Pensacola's finest, an undisputed champion at 4 different weight classes. The Destroyer, Conor Benn, one of the most exciting and electrifying fighters in the world today.
As soon as the bell goes, don't blink. That fight could be over.
And now for the official introductions, we turn it over to the world-renowned Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 6 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr. Fighting out of the blue corner, introducing from Essex, England, a continental welterweight champion, Conor, the Destroyer Benn.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
What a venue, what a fight, what action.
No doubt about it, this was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. And that's the opening bell, round 1. This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. All the seats have been taken in this unique setting. What an event it will be here tonight.
Todd, I love theatres. For all these reasons, you can hear everybody in the crowd. You can hear the punches actually echo. If you're that fighter coming in and you know you're in such an intense atmosphere, you know the pressure is going to be on.
Nice uppercut. The most difficult punch to land clean, and he just did it there. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. What skill being displayed here between these two middleweights. A perfect counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that. When you think you come up, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just...
There's the bell for round 2. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. Nice idea with the hook, but that's blocked. Down goes Benn. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
One, two, three, four. Do you still want to fight?
They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Benn in that last round. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Take him out. He's ready to go. Okay, now, you let him back into the fight that round. That's his round. Don't let him coast through this round or he'll ride it out. Come on, there.
On to the third. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'd come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
A lot of effort being exerted here. That counter shot lands. And he scores with the counter. Nice idea with the hook, but that's blocked. Oh, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Looks like they've shaken it off.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
That hook's blocked. Both men step back for just a moment. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what?
On to the fourth we go. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This is with the jab. The perfect counter lands. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. And it's bombs away between these two. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. About Roy Jones in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Get out there.
Great work. I love that. I love that. Jab slick.
Oh, you're switching up. You got complacent.
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Incredible work rate. That right hook won't score. Well done with that counter shot. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Just misses with that uppercut. That hook was off target. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute ups.
And there's the bell to start round 6. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst.
Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. And down goes Jones Jr. And you can see here on the replay, a perfect body shot, and he dropped like a loose suit.
That's lights out right there.
So a majority decision here today.
Todd, you're all right. We don't see this that often. But when we do, we really remember it. And this is one of those fights. Majority decision, I agree, you agree, the fans agree. Sorry, am I talking for you? All right, that's enough. Okay, you agree.